This video was made possible in part by these fine people.
Hey techies, Anthony from HashesNet here, and yes, you're seeing me on camera because today we are building a new computer. Mostly, I'm moving the hard drives and my graphics card to the new system, but I'm going to show you all the new parts today. So the first thing, I know technically not a computer part, is a CyberPower backup battery. I had the, I guess the 650 watt model, so this is the 950 watt model. Not that the power requirements have gone up a little bit, but when I render, sometimes I get the beeps on here like it's going to disconnect, so I usually have to like stop rendering and render at a lower speed when the video can really kick it, like we're talking 300 frames per second. So yeah, I got one of these. It's already set up. I'm not even going to fake an unboxing here. I'm not going to unplug it, you know, but this runs about $100. Now I should mention that I went to Micro Center in Mayfield Village, which is here in Ohio. They're on the eastish side of Cleveland, and they did give me a lot of discounts. It's not specifically because I do YouTube, although we're also not supposed to call it a sponsorship, so take that for what you will. But there's links about the computer build in the video's description. So put that aside. The next thing I got, and I have never done liquid cooling before, so they recommended this. So it's Arctic Liquid Freezer 360 Black. And you were like, 360? You have a big case coming. Yes, I have a big case. So I will show you that. So I'm going to slide this on over here. And then, because the case is huge, I'm not going to lie. And I will unpack this stuff and we'll look at it in a sec. So power supply. I have a 650. I'm going to a 750. I'm basically 50 at the overhead, and the power consumption requirements on the current computer, again, when I render, it seems like it gets real close to the edge. So with the 750 here, I'm basically making sure that once the new computer is built, I have at least 150 watts of overhead available in case of those, overhead, the rendering needs, So next thing, the Tough Gaming Z790 plus Wi-Fi motherboard, and hopefully I'm not too muzzled. This box is a little bit larger than height, but they had recommend this. It paid $50 more. It's just slightly newer than the one I was originally going to get, but again, discount was like $400. Like, yeah, I was like, okay, you know what? Even for $50 more, okay. So yeah, so I bought RAM for this. I will show you. There's a bag over here of items. Okay, so first off, the processor. It is a Core i9. This is the 12900K. How do I put this? Because of the fact that I am overclocking and there's issues with the 13 and 14th generation systems, I'm kind of like, well, I don't want to risk any of those problems, despite the fact they said they've quote-unquote fixed the problem with the overheating or whatever it was. So yeah, I went with this. I'm a little sad I couldn't go to the next generation of speed for everything else, but whatever. So then RAM. So I went with, and I really, G.Skill, I think I've done them before. They're decent RAM. If you know me, I'm not really into the RBG scene, so yeah, it's fine. It's I think it, yeah. So it's a 232 gig pack, 1616. The guy who was selling with me over at Micro Center was like, "Are you sure? Because they'll run at base speed to run those 4." And I'm like, "Yeah, because I need the overall capacity, because the other option is just doing 2 sticks." So I mean, because if you render videos, you know. So here's the big boy. Here is the case. It is still boxed. It is. I've seen good reviews of these things. I never personally had one myself, and I'm not putting this on the table. Hopefully, you can still hear me. So Lancool 2 Mesh C. This bad boy looks freaking cool. They had a demo in the store. Basically, a front-end mesh. It has exhaust at the top, as most do anymore anyway, and then of course the exhaust at the back. I am I guess going to have to forego putting in any type of CD drive, but I haven't used a CD drive in years, and I have that USB one, so that's fine, or the DVD CD. Anyway, so that is what we have. So I'm going to unbox this stuff, and then we'll get into what the individual parts look like. Okay, so now let's start unboxing, and we'll start with the motherboard, obviously. So the box is fairly simple here, I hope. It's been a long time since I played with any of this stuff, but here, it looks like the cover and some leads for the front of the case, maybe. Carefully pull this out. Some more wires, looks like SATA cables. Some screws. It looks like some instructions and warranty information. Yeah. So, oh, stickers. I'm an adult. I don't need stickers for this stuff. Oh, this Toy Hacks is making stickers for these things. Okay. So let's close this up. Sorry for the camera jerking. It's, you know, the overhead one, and it's a little close. So, how to get this open? Ooh, this is a chunky boy. There we go. So, here is the... So we got SATA ports, power ports, the main port for the PSU. What do we got? You got okay, more SATA ports up front here. Let's see the back here. Got all these ports. So it looks like USB 3, wire, Wi-Fi for antenna, HDMI and DP. Although I have a graphics card, so it's obviously not going to use those rear ports. So, oh, okay, I see. So then the two cables, and you plug this in. And it must be a mounting port. So then we have the processor, and I did open the box. Here we go. So that's pretty neat. There's, of course, instructions inside it. So we will pull this up. Okay, and carefully put this into place. Literally only my second time doing this. And there's supposed to be a notch, like telling you where the corner is. So it goes like this. There we go. Then it says I have to remove this piece here. So, removed. And then remove this piece here. Okay, it's in there. We're not going to apply any liquid or anything with it. So, next up, we're going to throw some RAM in, or actually maybe we won't. Hold on, let's see. We have the M2 port right here, which I have to take the drive out of the old computer. Then we have the graphics accelerator port. What's up here? Because I would say I didn't necessarily consider how many M2 ports there are on this thing, because I thought maybe a port would be hiding under something here. So let's open up the RAM and throw some sticks in. I mean, look at that. I mean, because it's like, why do you decide to be all lit up, right? My processor, or my GPU, actually has lighting on it. Just have to make sure I get it in the rail and even. Come on. There we go. It's in there. Okay, next for the next stick. And then find the rail. Put it in. Now, obviously, if I was only doing 2 sticks, I wouldn't put them in next to each other. There's actually an order. But because I'm doing it this way, I can just throw them all in and it'll be fine. Back in the old days, I used to run a computer store, but technology has evolved so much that I've lost a little bit of touch on exactly how things work now. And so I'm a little intimidated by doing these types of ground up builds. The one I did on my old disk computer, I think the year before last, when I upgraded the processor, that was a new experience for me because when I ran the computer store, I actually had 2 techs who handled the more difficult or scary stuff, that as far as I was concerned. I'm trying to find the rail here. There you go. Okay, and everything's locked in. Weird that the rail isn't on both sides, but you know what? That's fine. And that is pretty much how that RAM works. And so I gotta build the case now. So what will happen is I'm going to clean this die off, and then I'm going to go ahead and pull up the case and install. Now, my initial instinct was to just live stream me doing it, but for some reason, and it's winter still technically, it is hot out, and it's hot in here. So I think what I'm going to do is, oh, there's a cover here. There we go. And there's also one back here. Taking off the, there we go. Probably should have been the last things I did, but that's satisfying. Yeah, I was going to build it on a live stream, but I realized, oh, here we go, that I want the fan to run, and I can't do that in a live stream unless I mute the audio. So if I do it, you'll see the insert. Just make sure there's nothing else that has to be pulled off. Okay, just a lot of cooling on this thing. So we'll be right back with the next step. Okay, so far I've got the motherboard mounted with the cooler. I don't have them mounted to each other yet, but this is the power supply, and we're going to take a look at this. So it's supposed to be modular, and you'll see it's also the same brand as the motherboard. And take a look at this thing. So this is all the cables. Then here's the power supply. Here's some ties, some delicious silica powder, whatever. So yeah, they even branded ties, and the screws for, I guess, mounting it. So that's cool. Silica can stay there. Again, I wanted it to kind of go with the motherboard, and also fan of the black color. In the front, off and on switch, as one were to expect. A big old fan on the front. You know, tough gaming there. And yeah, so let's see the ports. So it has PCIe, motherboard, CPUs, and then peripheral SATA molecs. So since I have you, what I'm going to do is turn the camera so you can see what we have going on here. So very hot light. So this is the setup as it is right now. As you see, the motherboard is installed in the cooler here, and it is, and I believe I've showed this, it is the Liquid Freezer 3 from Arctic. So it's a 360 fans. I have it set up where air will come in through the front, pass through here, and then go out the top and back. I mean, I was almost going to do it the other way, but I'm like, dust will collect down here if I don't have it blowing out. And so I just throw the heat out, up, back. This is basically the setup I have on the current computer. So I figured, why not? Okay, so I have screwed on the cooler. So this is a liquid cooler. This one needs to have direct contact. They gave me barely enough liquid cooling paste to, or thermal grease, or whatever you want to call it, to get it working. So this has to go on Oh, there you go. Oh, I thought this was a fan. I guess not. And as you can tell, I got the cords for the power and the lights indicators stuck on. The only thing I can't figure out is the LEDs for the fans. So I think there's supposed to be a controller, but I don't have it. Because I keep looking at the stuff that came with the antenna, and it's just an antenna. I don't see ports for connecting the lights, because I think all of them don't have a connector. So I don't know. Anyway, I got to connect this to the board down here. I'm gonna move the light around. So there is one for I/O, and it is at the top here. And it's gonna be a pain in the butt. It can only go on one way. I'm gonna assume, based on the piece here, this is the way. So there is a connector for the fan, but I assume it's not this, because that says front I/O and this says fan, so I do not know. But yeah, that's it for the cooler being attached. I think I have to go grab something. Actually, there we go, because my graphics card will go here to shift it perfectly. And so the setup for the fan controls and all of that are basically, the way the liquid is done and everything is, I watched a video from another YouTuber. Actually, I watched a number of videos from a number of YouTubers to figure all this out. This is the most complicated computer I've ever put together. So my next job is going to be taking the parts out of the computer that's currently recording this. So when I come back, the video should be from this new computer. I just hopefully can figure out the 3-4 connections I can't figure out. We'll see. So this part is record on your phone, because the computer you were recording on has been taken apart to finish this one. And as you can see, it is working. I got it all right. I'm happy about that. As you can see, I am installing motherboard updates. So yeah, I am gonna try to figure out this color thing. I think I have to mess with the BIOS, but otherwise, yeah, looking pretty good. So it basically allowed me to switch the hard drives in without question. It just started working, and then updated devices. So far so good. And here is the finished product in action. As you see, I'm transferring data. I'm doing a backup, and so as you see, the blue fans here, got the cover on here. I thought it was going to remove airflow, but it actually doesn't change it very much. I have the fans on max as I'm doing these file movements, so I don't want the system to crash. But there's really nothing to see back here. I don't know why this side's glass. So we can continue around. And then here is what the back looks like. And you can see the lights blinking from the SD card. Because the SD card I have has a blinking indicator, which is, again, what's on here, what you see blinking. If I figure out how, I'm going to put it on straight on the board. But right now, because it has its own cooler built in, so I'm kind of like, why would I just strip all that off of it just to put it on the board directly? But it's crashed a few times, and I don't know if it's that or the Insignia toaster I have, because I been trying to transfer these files, again, back up. So yeah, I'll figure it out.
With that said, tell me in the comments your thoughts on this video. Did you like what you saw, and how was your experience with it? If you would like to see more, check out the on-screen recommendation. Do not forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel to keep up to date with our latest content. Thanks for watching.